What's going on, guys? Rudy Linnell here, bringing you some more code commentaries and content. Today we're looking at some Python code that I had written a little bit earlier. I think I wrote this in school. This was a little, like a short script that I would want to use as like a study tool to help me out for my English vocabulary. I'm sure you've probably heard me talking about this sort of thing plenty of times because I really do want a little something that will actually like ask me questions or test me on my vocabulary roots that I have in my honors English class. And since this is using Latin roots, I figured the way I would do this is it would be a Python script that would just randomly generate questions based off the arrays of the definitions and that sort of thing. So the way it would be set up is one array, it's an associative array, so the key of the associative array would be one of the roots, like viz. That's a Latin root, and then the definition, or the actual value of that key, would be to see, with cite, and that sort of thing. And then from there, it would grab the numeric key, if I can get that, if I can get the numeric key of that value in the array, it would use that and pass it to another array, which from there, that index is an array of questions. It would be another like array inside an array thing that I did like with I'm sorry, what am I thinking? Well, yeah, with the PHP and the JavaScript that I'd used to create the sidebar sort of thing at nullshell.com, where it would have an array inside of an array. But yeah, it would use that, and then once it has that key, it would go to that index, and from that index it has actual words that would go along with that root. Like if we were still using the viz example to see or with cite, it would generate a question like, what is invisible? That's a really lame example, but what does invisible mean? And then obviously it would have the answer as the value of that index, and it would be like not seeable or whatever. And then it would test. It would probably use like a regular expression match to see if it was if your answer was in the correct answer. Actually, you would have to use the correct answer inside the real answer, because that way, if you just typed in like the letter A, and it was testing whether your answer was inside the correct answer, it'll probably return true. Like that's why you'd probably have to use regular expressions too, because you would want to test whether it's whether it's at the beginning of the string and the end of the string, so you know you're getting the real answer rather than like a stupid letter. But yeah, that's how it would work. I am like more curious about the regular expressions module in Python. I'm gonna have to look at that a lot more. You can actually. I have footage for another code commentary that I have saved, and you'll actually see me looking at the regular expressions module online. I'm trying to see some of the documentation and stuff for it. But yeah. If my voice, like, it sounds a little dumb, I'm not gonna lie. My throat is sort of hurting. Like, over the weekend, I've had a lot of stuff going on. I was up in North Conway in New Hampshire performing, not really performing, but I was with the Key Club in my high school. We were helping out with the Polar Express that they try and do here every now and then, like, Christmas. But that took up a whole lot of my night Friday. And that actually took up my entire night Friday. I was there because I went to school on Friday. Immediately after school, we left to go to North Conway. By the time we got back from North Conway, it was like 11:30 at night, and I didn't get any sleep whatsoever because the next morning, like I think it was 8 o'clock in the morning. The Key Club had another event we were going to help out with and do, we were serving pancakes to the elderly, and it was nice. Like, the community service and stuff that we're doing is a cool thing. I know it's like helpful to the community and all that. That is an awesome thing, and it helps me too, because you need a certain number of hours of community service to be able to graduate from my high school. So it helps me in the long run too. But that's been keeping me really busy, and that's why I haven't actually been able to post code commentary. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but I had uploaded one on the 3rd of December, one on the 5th of December, one on the 7th of December. I had like the whole like 2-day, like every other day schedule, and it broke. I felt bad. So this is sort of like the 4th day, because it is Sunday, December 11th, 2011, 5:22 p.m. I'm looking at my clock right now, recording this. But so yeah, you'll probably like be listening to this in the future, but there we go. But yeah, my sore throat, I feel like I have got a little bit of a sore throat because there's just been a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. Can't even talk. But in the last code commentary, I told you guys I was going to talk about some WPA, password, wireless network, wireless router retrieval stuff with the Nokia N900, that awesome device that I happen to have. I just happen to have it with me, and yeah. I was looking at some of the. I managed to find some network passwords for one of the infrastructures that I happen to go to daily. to it's just, if you want to call it that, an infrastructure that I happen to go to daily. I was looking at the network passwords that I managed to find, and this one that I found was a WPA password, so you could connect it to wireless and that sort of thing. And I got it in hex. And now the string that I managed to snag was about 64 characters long. I looked through it. I actually counted each individual character. I made sure it was correct because I did it like 3 times. I actually asked my friends, "Hey, dude, does this look right? You know, does this look like 64 characters?" They counted and all that. And then I saved it into the Nokia. And then I ran the word count utility, and it said 65. It was very strange. Like, the number of characters, like, I actually subtracted 1 letter from it, and it gave me 64. But the thing is, when you try to connect to the wireless password, if you try to connect to a wireless router with the Nokia 900, it does stop you from the maximum character, like the maximum characters you can have when you're trying to input. Running out of air, I'm sorry, guys. But it'll stop you from 64. And it won't even let you enter the 64th character. It'll stop you at 63 characters. So I wasn't actually able to input that last bit. And I don't know why. Except when I use that 63 length string, if I throw it into the word count program, the command line WC, it still tells me that's 64 characters. I don't know if I'm missing something or something is just going wrong. But I don't know, it's strange. So I'm wondering if there is a different way to actually connect to the wireless network from the Nokia N900 other than using that like default Maemo GUI thing. Maybe I can do some command line connecting to the wireless network. That'd be kind of interesting. I don't know how that would be set up whatsoever because I've never even done that in a real desktop environment. So if you guys happen to know how I might be able another way of how I might be able to connect to a wireless router and actually input the full length string, the 64 character WPA password, that'd be interesting because I'd finally actually be able to test out whether this password works or not. In fact, I'm sure it does, but I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Regarding this video, actually, I completely forgot to tell you what it is that you're watching other than the fact that it's about the vocab. When I was trying to play with it on my own machine, because remember I had wrote this at school, or at least I think I did. I don't remember to be completely honest with you. But when I got this code at home, and I tried to use it a little bit, it didn't work. The thing is, I would run the code and then give me a little semicolon. No, it wasn't even a semicolon. It was just a real colon, and it would just say file not found or something, or like no such file or directory. And I didn't understand, like, what is Python doing? Is it even understanding that it's Python? So I tried it again. I tried saving into a different file type, I think I did. I don't know. Python would run it fine if I like actually literally passed it to the Python interpreter program from the command line, but if I tried to use like a / and run it from the command line without giving it a specific program, then it wouldn't have any idea what to do. And it was very, very strange. So you can see me this entire video, I'm like renaming stuff. You could probably just see me, I actually typed in the letters WTF into my terminal, and I'm like, what is going on? Why won't it run my program? But that really confused me. Yeah. And that's all this video was. It was just trying to get this Python code to run, and it looks like I finally got it. Nice. Way to go! But yeah. And yeah, you can actually see me using some pgrep and pkill stuff with Firefox. So yeah, if you haven't realized, OpenShot, this new video editor, actually lets me see the video as I'm recording. So it's kind of handy because I can talk to you guys about what I'm actually doing. But I'm running out of time here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, for listening, for doing all those awesome things that you do, for being human. Thank you so much for breathing. Holy crap. Miracle of life. But thanks again, guys. Really, please comment, please rate, like, subscribe. Do your thing. I don't mean to self-promote, but thanks again, guys. Bye.